So my reason for making this video is to clarify exactly what you need when you're starting the secret stories. So what I want to do is explain what the difference is between the flashcards versus the classroom kit, because I think there's a lot of confusion about that, and a lot of posts on Instagram show use of those flashcards because they lend themselves so well to activities, activity-based learning centers, small guided group, student play during kind of free periods. They're hands-on manipulatives, ways to kind of, I think Tara Settle said it the best, which was, and she's a great not just friend, but she's written a few guest blog posts about the easiest ways to integrate secrets with any reading curriculum or even phonics series that you have, but why that's so needed. She's just incredible and brilliant. But I think she said it best, which is we need to get the secrets off the walls. So it's called like an off-the-wall movement, in that the secrets need to be on the walls all the time. They are the lifeblood of access to the code that kids need to independently reference the sounds or the symbols they need for reading and writing across the entire day. But when they're on the walls, kids can't grab them and hold them and touch them. And concrete thinkers, concrete learners, which are what kids are at the earliest grade levels, they want to see and touch and kind of feel and connect with things that matter to them. And the secrets matter to them. The secrets are like friends in their classroom. They behave in ways that kids predict and that kids hypothesize and have conversations about, and they become kind of obsessed with them. So they want them off the walls, and yet they have to be on the walls. So the flashcards were kind of the first step in giving access to the secrets so that they could be more personal, kind of up close and a part of things in that learning environment. Small group, whole group, center time, guided reading, whatever that may be. So having said all of that, the posters are in the classroom kit. The classroom kit is the staple piece. So if you get absolutely nothing else, you have to have the classroom kit. It doesn't matter which version you have, other than if you are in primary, I would not recommend the Space Savers. I know we're protective of our wall space, but these will be the most accessed anchor poster. If you take every other anchor you have in your classroom and you put it all together, that won't even be a fraction of reference time compared to the constant referral and access that they'll make to those secrets, because the secrets are in text they see across the day, and they're going to go to those every time they need to remember what a symbol sound is, or if they're writing, what symbols they can use to get the sound that they want. So they're well worth the wall space they take up. And at a primary grade level, those Space Saver posters are just too small for every single kid to see from every single spot in the classroom. And we do read and write across the entire classroom. We're on the floor in primary, we're under our desks, we're at centers, we're at the reading rug, we're at the guided group table, we're everywhere. So if they're just kind of stuck on a little bulletin board off to the right side of the front of the room, kids that are at the primary grade levels will only put so much effort into finding them. They might know they're there and they might like to use them, but if they're A, not up at all, like if you just have flashcards, or if B, you have them up but they're too small to see, like either flashcards or Space Savers, then kids that are 5, 6, 7 years old, they'll just do what they've always done, which is either leave it empty, leave a blank for the sound they don't know if they're writing, skip the word if they can't figure it out when they're reading. Kids at the earliest grade levels have minimal perseverance to do something they don't even know is what they're supposed to be doing. So if it's easily accessible, right there, always able to be spotted, and you're modeling how easy access is obtained as you need it throughout the day, you are 99% more likely to get kids to use it independently. And that is the key to honing ownership. It's not the teaching of the secret, it's the use of it constantly throughout the day when you're not even around. That's what really deepens the ownership and gives kids access to what they need when you're not even there. And then it sticks. And there's a visual picture of it in their head. And then when you're not there and they're not even there, they're at home, they're in the car reading a road sign, they're at a restaurant reading a menu. Those are all the times that continue to deepen and spiral these deep in the gut access points, which are these visual sounds and symbols in their head. So you need to have those anchors accessible visually. Those anchors need to be easily seen from anywhere and everywhere in the classroom. And to do that, if you're in a primary grade, you really need those bigger posters. So it could be the decorative squares, it could be the fun and funky ones, it could be the original, it doesn't matter. Space Savers are perfect for a resource classroom, and they're also perfect for upper grade intermediate, where you have a clustering of kids who maybe need access to those visuals, but not the entire class. And also intermediate grade levels tend to move less around the classroom for purposes of reading and writing. Having said all of that, if you have the flashcards and you only have the flashcards, you've got a couple problems. One is you can't have easy visual access because they're even smaller than the Space Savers. Second reason is that they wouldn't be useful is if you tell a secret and then it's not there for kids to access independently, which it couldn't be because they can't go on the wall because the story's on the back, then it's kind of a tool in a vacuum. You know, if I show you a high-powered drill and you're on a construction site, you're going to be antsy to take that drill and start using it for all the places you know you need it. But if I show you the drill and then I take it away and put it in my drawer, you can't use it. So it's really not any benefit to you. So they have to be able to access them. And those flashcards are, number one, too small. And number two, you would obscure the text on the back, so you wouldn't ever put them on a wall. Now, I have seen successful use of using them as a supplement on the wall. So they might have like a clothesline with those up, because that way they're not, obscuring the text on the back. If you want to pull them down, you can use it as a hands-on teaching lesson. But they also have posters that constantly live somewhere in the classroom. And then it works because kids know to visit the secret where it lives, which are in the posters on the wall that never move. But then you have this kind of additional area, maybe where your guided group table is. I'll try to post a picture of it tonight. One of the best examples I've seen. Maybe it's over where some center play activities are, and it's just an extension where there's these second set of secrets, and they're those cards. But it doesn't cause an issue with the stories on the back because they're just kind of up on a wash line. That just can't be your primary source of reference. The other problem with not having a kit is the flashcards only have the Cliff Note version. So they're going to have holes and you're going to have questions. The book actually is the why to, what to, how to, and each secret, even the secrets specifically, have little troubleshooting things like be sure to tell them this, or just so you know that. All those ins and outs that are kind of need to knows for each secret are only in the book. So the flashcards really are designed for somebody who already has the book, so that even if you're jumping in with the flashcards, when you're left hanging with something, you go right to the book and go, oh, okay, I get that. So that's key. You will hit a wall pretty fast if you only have the flashcards, and usually teachers will see this instantly and then need to go back and reorder the book. So when funds are tight and you have to pick the kit, don't pick the flashcards. The last thing about the kit that's key that you wouldn't have with flashcards is the music. I was talking with someone in England, and it was fascinating because she was telling me how the Better Alphabet song knocked out, obviously, individual letters and sounds fast. She hadn't used the CD because she was using the Better Alphabet song, I think, because she found that online. So she has the kit, but she was talking about blends. Secrets were knocking out the secret phonics patterns. The Better Alphabet had knocked out individual letters, but the blends were a real issue, especially triple blends, spra, spla. And I said, well, have you done the Beethoven blends on the CD? Because that knocks those out as quickly as the Better Alphabet song knocks out individual letters. And she said, no, I haven't popped in the CD yet. That CD is really the glue that makes everything go. It not only gives immediate access, and I say immediate, 2 weeks to 2 months, but things are coming on fast as far as those individual letter sounds. The blends are equal to that. The blends are also done with muscle memory, going sound to symbol, symbol to sound, moving at a rapid pace, one to the other. The sound to symbol is akin to what decoding is. Symbol to sound is Actually, it's the reverse. Symbol to sound is when you're doing that through music. Symbol to sound is mimicking decoding, and sound to symbol mimicking encoding or spelling. So the Beethoven blends on the CD are key. And then all of the other tracks on the CD are to get kids to flip, flop, twist, and turn the secrets. Sound to symbol, symbol to sound. Again, mimicking decoding and encoding. That's what gives them the speed. That's what gives them the ability to start weaning off the posters and having it internally accessible, so that when you go blah, 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 they go BL. If you say splah, 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 they go SPL. Or if you say SPL says, they go SPA. STR says STR. So it gives that quick, instant access, and that CD or musical download, if you don't have a CD player, is critical. So all three of those pieces come together to make the kit. The book, the posters, the CD. That's your core, that's your staple. That's where you want to start. And then the flashcards, the Portapics, all of those things are great supplements, but you want to make sure you start with that kit. I'm talking fast to finish in under 10 minutes so I can upload this to IGTV. But if you have any questions, please feel free to post them. Let me know. I'll do a video about it, and I'll also get back to you personally. So thanks so much. Have a great weekend.